Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm not sure if this is working, so we'll see how long this lasts for me. I really didn't think I'd be coming on to do a video tonight, that's for sure. Um, I'm asking for some prayers going over to Palau. There's a typhoon about to hit called Bafo, I think, and it's very rare that typhoons get their way to Palau. So if you'd send some prayers to all those people over there, I really appreciate it. I don't know if my friends from Palau are still on Palau or went to Guam, but nonetheless, um, you know, people do need prayers over there. I guess since I came back from Chicago, um, I kind of had a lot of trouble transitioning. It was sort of like a week of bliss, and it was like because I hadn't been back to Chicago in 12 years. Or no, 8 years, 8 years. There were family members I hadn't seen since 12. So that's, way too long of a time, And I was just really surprised at just the way the feeling of being at home affected me. And being with my mother was just the most relaxing, wonderful, beautiful thing. And I got to soak up all that mom love. Instead of being the mom, I got to soak up that mom love, and it was just wonderful. And I got to walk around the city and just do things I like to do there, go different places, what have you, restaurants, and just seeing the lions in front of the Art Institute, which one of my favorite videos here, I have it favorited. It's from Mommy Kinky Chicken, and she just filmed a little afternoon of people strolling by right in front of the Art Institute. And it's the most impossible, never to be seen or made again film, because now in the state of Illinois you can't film people, unawares without like a signature. So I'll probably put that in the in the down bar. See, it's been too long. I forget all this lingo stuff. Um, what am I call it? Okay, there's two people who constantly say to me, Rachel, stop beating yourself up. Okay, they don't say it to me like that. They go, Rachel, why are you beating yourself up? And I'll say something, like, well, I didn't know I was doing it. And I'm like, how did I do it? What was I doing? I was beating myself up. So tonight, it so happened that my mind slipped into that, and I stopped myself. I was able to realize it. So, okay, you guys got me now, finally. Okay, maybe I'll be able to build a good habit about that. So, okay, that was two particular YouTubers. Another YouTuber who's, oh my gosh, this guy is just like dripping with talent. It just oozes from his pores. And there's two that I really know that are like this. They're musical and artistic, visually. They do graphic arts type stuff. They write songs, they write music, they sing, they can mix it all themselves. They act. I mean, just you know, more than a triple threat. Okay. Well, I don't know if they can dance, but still, point is, they're super creative, super, super, super creative. So, I was talking about something, and one of them who I'm talking about, I think he's probably like trilingual, if not even more. And so one of the languages he speaks is Spanish. And he was telling me, he was saying a phrase that I just absolutely fell in love with. Oh my gosh, this phrase is so great. And I won't repeat it now. But I was telling him how, I wanted to practice it. And so I was asking him, okay, this particular word, how do I, is how do you, you know? And so he was describing it to me, and I said, you know, I was on a website just last night looking at um, Spanish pronunciations, and that was how I had wanted to pronounce it. Um, but I'm always scared to pronounce things in Spanish because there are so many different people who have such a variety of accents, and my favorite, by the way, is Colombian. So that's what I always try to, because I have this pedicurist from Colombia, and I love the way her accent talks. I love her accent. So, anyways, when she's speaking Spanish, I'm saying, not when she's speaking English. I don't care. I'm just saying, if I could speak Spanish like that, which I have a weird story to tell. I don't know if I've told this one before, of another friend of mine who is Colombian, and her mother came to visit. Um, this was really funny. I spent the whole night studying Spanish with her, like writing down everything she said and figuring out what she was saying. Sometimes not by asking her daughter, but just I would try to be asking one question. Okay, if you want to hear the Colombian Spanish story of the mother, this is in Casa Grande too. Just ask me, okay, because I love that story. Anyways, I love her and I miss her. So anyways, um, well, he said, yeah, so it's good you remembered it or whatever. I said, but, I'm always scared to say because I'm so accustomed to, I don't know, just people make fun of people trying to speak Spanish or whatever. And you just get a feeling like, oh, I'm going to sound stupid, which I never have about French. I can talk up and down French whether I'm saying it right or not and not care. But, anytime I've ever spoken with a French person, it was, like I would ask, did I say this right, or would you phrase it differently, or what have you? And if you want to hear about how I taught yoga in French in Japan, let me know. Anyways, I missed doing that. Anyhow, I'm thinking of doing a video in French, though, but on my other channel. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I've got too many thoughts in my head at once, and I'm avoiding that. Okay, so he said, well, why are you doing that or whatever? And I was like, well, I get so scared that I'm going to fail, that I like lose my courage or something like that. I don't know. And he had the most amazing and beautiful, encouraging statement that he responded with. And he had done it so quickly, like I had thought, is this like a saying that he says all the time? Is that a saying he knows? Is this, something that he just said, trying to encourage me? And roundabout way to get to the story, I said I loved that statement so much, I would wear it on a t-shirt. And lo and behold, he was actually on his website doing something with his t-shirts, and next thing I knew, he had run it up, and I was like, okay, I'm getting one. So, that was nice. I don't know, something's happened to me since December started, which I said on Facebook that I don't believe in December anymore, which that's another weird story. And if you want to hear about that whole December thing, just ask me. Okay, so somehow, sometime tonight, and part of this has to do with another YouTuber who I got to meet, who is KIP. I'm so impressed. I'm just totally jazzed by this guy. And I think it's a man. I don't know. I said guy, dude, just person, whatever. I need to take, there was one thing that he said in one of our correspondences. It was so beautiful. I'm going to like put it up as one of the quotes. And I think I might even read some of the correspondence, or I don't know. He gave me permission to do some with it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want this guy to make videos. So I guess you all YouTuber people, and there's some who I definitely owe letters to, you're really like keeping me going in this, because I don't know, I was kind of thinking more quickly that I was going to, I don't want to threaten, I don't want to say what I was, okay. So, it's turning out that I'm not very much being able to go to church, the actual, you know, building, whatever. Um, I have, in the past 2 years, with this one last year, I would have to say, I have been more sick, just infections wise, like cold and flus and viruses and just junk, than I have in so many years. I don't remember how long it's been since I was this sick. Like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I was sick like this all the time because I didn't usually. But I do have a compromised immune system, and I kind of took away some of the things that I usually do for myself because the church or whatever. And I know there's a period of time where you kind of get used to the germs that are around you, so to say, and then you recoup and you're usually good. I never got good again. So I think to have any longevity with this, I'm going to have to change a lot of the things that I do. Like I might have to wear a mask. I might just not be able to shake people's hands or give them hugs or what have you. And icons, which when did I get sick? Right after. One of them that I got sick right after was after I went to the Ivron icon. Um, Not only was I sharing different germs with other people who were coming from all sorts of places, I was in another different place with whole other different germs in the dry desert. And then I was coming in contact, um, with this icon who, she goes everywhere. So it was just a really nasty combination for me. And it kind of it makes me a little more cautious, especially because about the cursed root one, which I would love to be able to go to. I don't know. So excuse me, somebody was giving me some advice regarding that, don't kiss them. And I'm like, well, how do I venerate them if I'm not, doing any? And he said basically, well, if you know that it's going to make you sick, then you're venerating it by not kissing it. He was explaining all that to me. And of course, I don't want to stick out as weird, um, to or to have people think that I would, be being disrespectful in any kind of a way. Um, I don't know. So that's kind of hard for me in a certain sort of a sense, and I'm gonna hope to see if I can even go tomorrow because it's been so long, like 3 weeks since I've been able to go. And I miss it, I miss it, I miss it, I miss it, I miss it so bad. And I end up like singing a liturgy at home or parts of it just because I miss it so badly. So, the end of the year is like what, 4 or 5 weeks away, whatever. And I said that I would keep this channel for a year, and that then I would probably like switch to another one, which I have two that are kind of still privatized. Um, I missed Pascha last year though, so I feel that to make a complete go of it, that I'd have to record that part of the year, being how pivotal it is. So I think that I will, I'm going to try to keep doing it up through then, depending upon how well I last. But then I think I need to, not necessarily totally recede into the background, but only come back to talk, on a very infrequent basis, and that I'd be trying to just, work through my other channels. I had a question, if anybody knows, if you disable comments from a video, do you lose all the comments that were previously there? I'm assuming that the answer is yes. And I want some advice, because if I'm not going to really be attending to a channel, should I just disable comments and everything because I'm not wanting to interact there? Or does anybody have any other ideas or ways that they think I could approach it? Because, if I'm leaving this, then I probably don't want to have anything to, to do with some of the problems that it causes. So I hope I haven't rambled too much. I hope I've said everything I needed to everybody, which it's never totally possible, which why there's always another one. There are about 4 videos I owe to different people for different reasons on different topics, and I don't remember if I have any shout outs to do. If I forgot your shout out, please, I apologize. Okay, so I think that's everything, and thanks if you're keeping Palau in your mind. I really appreciate it, as well as the people of Guam, as always. And Yap too. For some reason, I think Yap. I can't remember why, but all right. Wishing you all bright blessings and peace. Take care.